Xbox Record This is a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. Hosted by three BFFs, Daddy DWALLY, Chipotle Bear, and Bubble Boy and Seven. This is Cortana. And remember, don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it. As always, Spartans, see you online.
Oh, hello. Daddy DWALLY here, and welcome to Xbox Record This, episode 72. Before I introduce our co-hosts and assistant to the co-hosts, I have to complain to Jose specifically.
What else is new?
Jose, I ordered my new iPhone Pro Deep Purple, and UPS said it was supposed to be delivered today by 7 p.m., and it is 7:59, and it is not here. And I'm pissed. And it is your fault because you're an Apple simp.
Why is it my fault?
Joining me, as always, is the assistant to the co-host, Bubble Boy and Seven. We'll get to Chipotle Bear in a second. So, Bubble Boy, how are you?
I'm great. I was just telling Jose the shingles are officially gone.
Good.
The only lingering symptom is like 2, maybe 3 times a day I get this just random like buzzsaw drilling into my ear, but it goes away after like 5 seconds. So I'm on the mend.
Good news for Bubble Boy. He's no longer got the multiple viruses. And joining us, as always, the assistant to the co-host, Apple simp number 1, Chipotle Bear. Chipotle Bear, how are you? Defend Apple's actions on my ass.
This is not Apple's fault. This is USPS's fault. Why is it Apple's fault?
And they're usually good. Why would they say it today by 7, Jose, if it wasn't going to be here today? I don't
know. My trash says they're going to pick up my trash every day on Wednesday, and they pick it up on Friday. So I don't know what to tell you.
That is different, Jose, because UPS is usually on the money with all of my packages, and I specifically go to them when I need to ship stuff out. And they're
exactly. You just said UPS, not Apple. So don't come at me, boy.
Not coming through tonight, boys. I'm very disappointed. This is the first time I've ever ordered the brand new. This is the new Kaka iPhone.
Yeah, that's
ever.
Big
Yes,
time, huh?
I've never gotten the Pro. I never gotten the cool new color. I've had this 11. How old is the 11 now? And it's got this cracked Kaka screen that I've had for.
That's what I have.
The 11 or 12.
Good choice.
So yeah, and you ordered a new one too, didn't you, Jose?
I'm going to go this weekend because I got to switch over all my cable plans and stuff. Okay. That's my plan.
So, boo on you, UPS man. And I'm very, very disappointed. And I was so excited. But anyway, let's jump into it, guys. We've got a lot of news. This was an action-packed week and a random middle of September of 2022. Let's start out with, I was about to read that first line there. We can delete that now. We don't need to read that. A little message to chance here in the Google Docs. Shout outs. Unfortunately, Jose, play the sad note, give me a sad tone. Can you?
Oh no, we suck again.
Yes, we suck again indeed. No shout outs this week.
To be fair, it was an off week last week with the recording times and stuff like that. We didn't release until Monday.
Jose?
Yeah.
Was it?
I'm going to blame other people. That's what this generation does. They blame everyone else. So we're jumping on that bandwagon.
Speaking of blame, I'm going to put the blame on Jose for not getting me the thumbnail for our video. That's why nobody's watched it. That's exactly. You're right.
That one was pretty badass.
Well, I just got it. And I still need to upload
it. Takes time, bud. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not a machine.
And I'm not even a massive Pokemon fan, but that thumbnail is pretty sweet.
Well, listeners, check out the video in about a day.
Insurance call it. It's on. No, what do they say? It's low key.
Yeah,
on fleek.
no
cap.
No cap. That's a sick thumbnail. Low key. Low key is that's not low key. Chance. That's incorrect.
High key.
I don't know. All I know is I was talking with a kid today, and every time he should have said
talking
yes,
shit about me,
low key,
something like that, huh?
Low key, and I was just like,
or they say bet. They just go bet.
I feel like bet is almost too old now.
I don't even know what that is. So
you're too old now.
Bet, like, yep, betcha, yep, bet.
Yeah, anyway, I don't like any of it. I used to be what with it, but then they changed what it was, and now what's it is weird and scary to me. So we are officially boomers and middle-aged, and I accept that now. Bubble Boy, why don't you take it away since we have no shout-outs again, Jose?
No, so sad. So sad.
No.
But we've been
Bubble Boy, I want you to take over the warm-up and go ahead and start it without me for a second. Maybe give it to Jose or you do it because I forgot to plug in my laptop. No, I have all the trailers. I forgot to plug in my laptop.
I know, I can look at the sheet.
I'm running out of juice here, so pardon me while I go get the power cord. Okay, go ahead, Bubble Boy, take it away.
Of course. So we've talked about doing this one for a while now, and it just never comes to fruition. And we've talked about these things quite a bit, and so I'm excited to go through our top 5 greatest video game trailers of all time, which I think is really important for this show specifically because more often than not, I think the three of us kind of dog on trailers, at least when they're fully CGI. And maybe not Jose because Jose doesn't.
That's more. That's more you and Dan dog on it.
So me and Daniel at least. So do you want to start, Jose, or do you want me to start?
Yeah, let me start. And let me a quick context. Thank you, Jades. Is that trailers are important to me. I like trailers because I do get excited by games. I don't care if they're CGI or not. But at the same time, I don't see them in the same way that I think other people do. Like when I see a trailer, all it is it's a value judgment of like, am I going to play it? And if it's yes, then it just goes in this category. And if it's like, okay, probably not, it goes in the other category. It's not. There's
Are
nothing
you saying
else beyond that.
You put it in categories based off the trailer, or you already had those categories, and so
I got to interrupt.
No,
I did. Mine are all cinematic, just in case that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, they almost always are.
Gameplay
What did you
ones.
mean, Jose? Though, like,
I just meant like for me, a trailer is basically like either I'm adding it to the backlog or I'm not, even if a game hasn't even come out. That's just how I think of it. And because of that, I don't tend to think about trailers in the long term. You know, does that make sense? Like when you ask this question, which is a really cool question, to be fair, I was like, man, I really had to think about games that I knew trailers for that I could actually
right away
remember.
That were like, man, this one was a banger slanger.
I had a couple that I remembered that are on my list, but the 4 or 5 in my honorable mention, I had to think about a little bit. And there's some context that goes over. So anyway, all that being said, my honorable mention goes to Dead Island 1, which is ironic because they just released, they're announcing the second one. Even though I didn't necessarily love the game that much, the trailer was amazing because it was basically a trailer where like everything starts really happy on this like island and then it like reverses in slow motion. And by the end, it's like this horrific zombie scene. Or sorry, I said that backwards. It starts as a zombie scene and then it like goes backwards and then it plays in real time forwards. And it was just very ahead of its time for the time. So I like that one. My number 5 officially, I put Forza 5 Mexico with the Danny Rojas one just because I'm a big Ted Lasso fan. That was like a really cool pull for this release of Forza, and we were all just pumped for Forza. Like after Forza 4, which was incredible, and then we were the new Series X engine, everything. Like we were just really excited for that. My number 4 is a big throwback, and I know Dan is just going to crap all over me. It is Mario 64, right? And it's not because the game by today's standards was incredible, but remember coming from Super Mario World, which was the first big video game that I ever played as a kid, and I actually beat by myself when I was like 8 years old. N64 was the bee's knees, for better lack of the words, right? Like that, it was, I can't believe we're getting Mario in this 3D world. And it was one of those hot Christmases where like everybody wanted it and it was impossible to find. And so that trailer just sticks out in my memory as like, it was like the golden age of video games and systems and stuff. My number 3 is also a throwback. It is Madden 97, which came out on I think it was the 64, because it was the first time that it was not 2D. Right, we're getting a Madden game that wasn't like Tecmo Bowl, right, where it was like everybody's on the screen going vertical and stuff. It was the first time it was in 3D, and I remember pulling my mom. I know she's listening right now. My mom into my room, being like, "Mom, watch this trailer," and she was like, "Oh my god, that looks so real. How do they get it to look so real?" And you go back and watch the Madden 97 trailer, you're like, "What the hell is going on right now?" Because obviously we've evolved. So that's number 3. My number 2, getting into actual like stories and stuff, is Resident Evil 5, again because I'm a big huge Resident Evil guy. Loved 4, and then 4 just kind of ends in this weird place where we haven't heard from a lot of the characters. That you have Leon as your main guy, you had the weird Ouroboros virus and stuff, and so 5 was the first time, and I think it was Dreamcast? No, it was PS3. I'm sorry, it was the PS3 is
360,
what it was. And it was really high def, and it was the first time you saw Chris Redfield like in high def, and it was just I was like, Africa, that's going to be amazing. I remember that trailer for sure. And then my number one is a Nerd Chat original. It is Battlefield 4, right? Because after we reunited and played Bad Company, and then we played Battlefield 3, which was great.
Good.
And then they were like
Jose.
coming out, and you do the music, and you like, we're getting jets, and Alan was going to be our helicopter pilot, and Steve Snelling was. I mean, like,
right.
That is a trailer that literally still today, if I watch, I just get like feelings all in my body. Yeah, exactly.
Good.
So that's my top 5.
Good pull. I'll go next, Boy. Jose, that's great. I can't believe I forgot a Battlefield one. That would be honorable mention for me. You were absolutely right. Those Battlefield 4 trailers were insane. And was it 3 and 4? Because they were both kind of modern.
They both were good.
All those were good. And it
hurts
great. My heart, though, because of where Battlefield is. And that's probably why I didn't even think about that.
He's absolutely right.
Where's Battlefield? What do you mean?
2042. Anyway, moving on. Here's
They
my...
made one recently?
Yeah,
That's a thing?
Well,
Oh, I didn't know that was...
Number 5. Well, to me, these are just my favorite. I don't know if I could really number them, but I'll try to. Number 5, speaking of, and I had to pull this out to show you guys. This is a little spoiler for what... Do you know what this is, Bubble Boy?
Well, obviously, Mass Effect
3.
Correct.
This is the Mass Effect 3 Xbox 360 Collector's Edition.
Is this
with the
amateur hour?
steelbook.
Like, of course.
Thank you. That also came with the Mass Effect 3, the art of Mass Effect 3, and I wanted to show you. Go ahead, Bubble Boy.
One of the only games with the case and everything that I still have.
You still have this too?
I sell everything back to GameStop. That is the one I will probably never get rid of.
Yes, exactly. This is, for me, one of the ones I also hold on. Here's the art of Mass Effect 3. I wanted to pull out the picture of the child. Hello. Allie, is that... Bring it here. Breaking news. UPS came through. It is 7:50. Allie, say hello to everyone. Come say hi on the podcast. There's her first XRT appearance. Oh my gosh, boys. A real unboxing live.
Dan, I just texted Tim Cook and I was like, "Do you got to get that phone here?" He sent a drone. It just came from Cupertino.
He did.
Don't worry
Thank
about
you,
it.
Jose. But Jose, or Chance, it also came with this comic. Still haven't read it. But I didn't see this. This is what was the little box that the little art book was in. I never. This is such a cool little box. I didn't realize this. And do you know what that is, Jose? That is Shepard's hand pulling up
with the boy.
No,
right?
That's just pulling up a survivor. It is so cool, this artwork. So shout out to the Mass Effect 3. So that's my number 5. What's it called? Take Back Earth. Mass Effect 3 cinematic trailer. And then for the rest of these, you guys, I'm just going to say the names. Go look them up because they're all incredible. There's a definite theme here. Number 4, Halo Infinite, Discover Hope. This gave me back hope after all the Halo 4s, the Halo 5s, the Halo Infinite trailer with Fernando Esparza and that whole scene of him being stuck in the plane or with the little message from his kids in the ship. Go watch it immediately. Halo Infinite, number 4. Number 3, I'm going to say Halo Reach, Deliver Hope. That was the last Bungie game. You can see Kat running across the battlefield, and then the unnamed, Noble 6, I believe, takes the bomb and plants it in the Covenant ship. Amazing cinematic trailer. And then Halo 3, you guys. They had the best trailers of all. I literally was just watching these, and you still see people commenting on how amazing these are. Number 2, Halo 3 Starry Night. You guys might not remember this one. I highly recommend you go watch this. This is where a boy and a girl are laying down in like a grassy field. They're talking, and then all of a sudden the boy looks back at the girl, and it's Chief's helmet, and then you hear this terrifying scream come in, and then it transitions into the battlefield on Earth. Amazing trailer and transition right there. And then number 1 is the Halo 3 Believe with the, what would you call it?
Oh yeah. It's like a diorama, right?
But I watched it again just because obviously I was cutting and pasting. They have so much great emotion just in these plastic dioramas. Yep. It's incredible, you guys. So please, again, if listeners, especially Claire, go watch these trailers. Okay, so Halo Reach, Deliver Hope, Halo 3, Believe, Halo 3, Starry Night, Halo Infinite, Discover Hope, and Mass Effect 3, Take Back Earth.
Can you link those in the video,
I'm-
Daniel? Is that something you can?
I will link. I'm going to link them on our Twitter.
As you're
Yes, that's what I was going to plan on.
editing my voice.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can put them in the description. You're absolutely right. I will. I'll put them on the YouTube description and I'll tweet it out. So top 5 trailers. Go ahead, Bubble Boy.
Yeah, because I wanted to, because you'll see a theme with mine, and the theme with mine is that the music makes all the difference in a lot of these. And I wanted to play the music a little bit, but then I was like, oh no, we don't want to get shut down because, and we don't want to do that hit to Kojima-san, right? Like our boss would probably not like that. So
yeah, he's busy.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of money, but I'm sure he could eat the fines, but we just don't want to, we don't want to do that. So I was like, oh, but how can we, and just in case you haven't seen it, like you got to go back and see these. So, yeah, so absolutely mine has a theme. And like I said, it's music. And so 2 that I just completely forgot about, and I don't even know how it's possible that I'll say for my honorable mentions that both had fantastic music were both of your number ones. So that Battlefield 4, of course, was incredible. And then the Halo 3 Believe was, I don't know how I missed either one of those. Because
it's just like a piano playing in the Believe one the whole time.
Yeah. And then, but from here on out, though, with my list, other than the one, it's all like, what do you call it, Jose? Like produced music or something,
like pop music,
kind of. Yeah. So coming in at number 5, the original BioShock 2009, the Bobby Darin Beyond the Sea trailer. That trailer was amazing, and then the music on top of it. And then what made it even cooler was they used that music in the game too.
Yeah,
so if
when you're walking around and stuff.
Yep, which that's always one of my biggest critiques is when you see stuff in these trailers that have nothing to do with the game. And so I remember being super stoked when I saw or when I heard that Bobby Darin song.
Yeah. Great. God, it's such a great game too.
All the BioShock games. Just so different, so original. Like none of us knew what was coming from that one. Number 4, this one had to sneak in there just because I was just little giddy schoolgirl about it when I first saw it, and that's the Final Fantasy VII remake trailer that came out from E3 2015.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
and just like, man, that game took forever to make. And I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but apparently that game might be coming to Xbox.
It's fake news.
What game? Final Fantasy
VII remake.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to. But then moving on, and these are the real banger slangers that I don't know how you didn't just like drop a load in your pants, the pooping kind, when you saw it. And that was number 3, Gears of War, the Mad World trailer.
Oh God,
I wanted to have that, but I knew one of you guys was going to have that, so I was like,
and it should be number 1.
Are familiar faces, worn out places.
Oh God, that's so close. We're gonna get a takedown. Stop, Daniel.
Kojima-san is not going to be okay with this. Mad World.
There we go. I was waiting for one of you.
And I kind of
had
to lump the 2 of these together just because, and you'll see why, but that's why they made 1 and 2. Number 2, Call of Duty Black Ops, the Eminem Won't Back Down. That one just got me jacked. And what was cool was it was actual gameplay footage. It wasn't a bunch of CGI nonsense that had nothing to do with the game. And it showed when you like rappel down and bust through that window and stuff. And just Black Ops was so good too, man. I remember that was Chapeau when we lived in the apartment together.
Yeah, I remember.
And then number 1, rounding it off, again, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 with Eminem Till I Collapse. And I go back and I look at it though, and I feel like that was kind of when those trailers really started popping off. And just the way they did it.
Did they do it where like the real people were playing and stuff? I always liked that, where they show people like playing, like celebrities playing online, and they're like, shooting, but it's them, online and stuff like that. I always liked those.
It like
that was before it
broke the song up, and so it was like, and then it like had like sirens and all this like gunfire and stuff, and then like it started the song again. It was like, and I don't know. It's just hard not to get jacked about those games when you see those trailers. So
Very,
fun stuff.
very great list there, guys. A lot of great trailers. Please, Claire, send us some of your favorite video game trailers. Heck, you can even send us some movie theaters if you can't really think of. Well, actually, never mind. We're gonna have to do that too. We're gonna have to save that for another topic. Send us your video game trailers. Bacon, Bizzle, please. Bizzle, where have you been? Are you still? You've just been playing Elden Ring way too much, and that's what's going on, guys. I also wanted to show you really quick. I forgot to show for the #1 trailers, of course. Also got this bad boy from Amazon, my official Needler that will go as a prop in the background. One of the greatest guns ever created. And also breaking news. Jose's text to Tim Cook worked. He sent in the drone. Here it is, you guys. Your first look at the Deep Purple iPhone Pro. My first
Excellent
Pro.
choice, bud.
Thank you.
Pro Max or
no,
Pro?
just the Pro. I don't need that.
Pro
I
Moderate
mean,
Net,
yeah, and I can't fit something that big in my pants, right, Jose? I can't fit something that big in my pants, man.
But don't
Thank
worry,
you.
I got it. Okay.
All right, great warm up, guys. Let's jump into some Xbox and video game news. Let's jump right into it with the first story. And this shook the entire Halo and Xbox community to its core.
Didn't shake Jose's community. He called it about a month ago.
No, it was Dan.
Yeah.
Dan said it first.
Thank you, Jose. Well, I mean,
I'm gonna give credit to
All
Jose.
right.
I think it was Jose.
And I linked to ACG's kind of reaction because he also was like, this was a long time coming, but this is directly from Bonnie Ross in her Twitter page. While I had hoped to stay with Halo until we release the winter update, I am letting you know I will be leaving 343 and attending to a family medical issue. I am incredibly proud of the work everyone at 343 Industries has done with Halo Infinite, the Master Chief Collection, the Halo TV series, and so much more. It has been an honor to serve alongside the team for the last 15 years and be a part of a universe that I love. Thank you to everyone in the Halo community for your support. Halo's future is bright. I cannot wait for all of you to experience what we have in store and to cheer alongside you as a fan at the Halo World Championship in October. Axios, Bonnie Ross. Bonnie Ross is no longer the head of 343 Industries and the Halo franchise as a whole. Obviously, my initial reaction is it sucks for the family medical reasons. I choose to believe that that's legit, and maybe this is just a good time for her to step out. Jose, tell me what your thoughts were when you read about this and the steps that Halo is taking now without Bonnie Ross.
I mean, I think like a lot of the world and us, especially because we did just talk about this a couple episodes ago, it felt like a little like, oh my God, we were actually right a little bit. At the same time, I fully agree with you, Dan, that like you never want to feel like someone is forced, if that's the right word, to leave their job because of a family situation. That sucks, man. We don't like in general. I know we talk a lot of crap about like PlayStation and we do this all stuff in jest and competition, but at the end of the day, like we're all human beings. We're all parents, right? We care about our families deeply. And so to hear that someone is going through something significant enough, they need to leave a big job, like that's, I feel for Bonnie, right? And my prayers and thoughts go out to her, and hopefully she's able to take care of what she needs to. I'm also very grateful for Bonnie Ross. Like someone mentioned, and I guess I knew, but I didn't put it together. She has been with Halo for 4 years straight.
No,
that
I think
is
just
insane.
Was it Halo or just Microsoft for that entire time?
I mean, it sounds like she's pretty involved with Halo since
that has
the
to be
beginning.
Microsoft because Halo hasn't been around for 20 years. Yeah, that has to be Microsoft.
Well, nonetheless, to be with Microsoft for 24 years and to basically be with Halo since its inception through the modern day, she has truly been a champion of the series. And so I really am appreciative of really everything. I know it's had its ups and downs. It also excites me that she says, like, I can't wait to see what we've got in store for you for the future. Like that gives me a lot of hope in terms of just things that are coming out in the near future with stuff. But again, I wish her the best, man. She's done a lot for us, and I'm very grateful for everything she's done.
Before I throw it over to you, I just want to say I'm very sad and kind of disappointed. Like I'm just looking at some of the comments, the top comments here on ACG's video, and they are all trashing on Bonnie Ross. And like, despite, like you said, there have been ups and downs, she is a BA in terms of video games for Microsoft, for Halo. And this is not just yes, Halo Infinite is not where we want it to
And
be. We can't treat somebody like this, regardless. Even if
No.
she was fired, let's just say she was fired, we shouldn't be celebrating
she's
that.
still done so much for a long time. The other part is, real quick before I send a chance, it is what people don't know about her job is they are taking her job as she's leaving and they are splitting it up into 3 jobs at Microsoft, right? 3 other people are taking over those other positions, which just goes to show not only like the caliber of work she was doing and how hard she was working, that literally they weren't like, we can't hire someone and fill her spot. We got to split it up into 3. That says a lot about what she's done for us. So
Yeah,
just saying
absolutely.
that.
Great point.
Yeah, that's incredible. I had no idea about that, Jose. That part of it. That's
Yeah, so they're splitting it up
imagine your job
into like somebody's who's head of the video game, somebody's who's ahead of like the entertainment,
Property,
TV,
like and
and then what was the other?
then marketing was the
Yeah.
third one.
So yeah, it's a lot. By the way, the TV, I saw a picture of season 2 of Halo 2 and them filming it. I'm pumped, you guys. I can't wait to see where they go with this. Like, I know it had its ups and downs for sure, but like, I am excited for Halo season 2. But go ahead, Bubble Boy, your reaction to Bonnie.
Yeah, I will not read all those comments because they're upsetting to me, and I have enjoyed every second of Halo that I've played, all the way back to the very beginning, the very first one, in the library, and she was a part of every single one of those. And I like the way you said it. Like, I choose to believe she is telling the truth here. And that's horrible and awful. If for some random reason she's not, and she was pushed out, I think that's really sad. And because I think Halo, again, am I playing it every day right now? No, but it's a great game, and I think they did a really good job with it. And she has so much to be proud of.
Yeah.
I think of when you said the 3 jobs, Jose, I thought of when Homer replaces himself with the little bird that just does this, right? It's like that's a pretty
Yeah.
killer legacy. Like, how many other times can you think of something like where they're like, even 2 people were like, oh, well, we have to replace them with 2. Like, that hardly ever even happens. But 3 people, my
Yeah.
goodness.
So
That's impressive. And she was on our Mount Rushmore of women in
Yeah.
gaming too, right? So, like, the most important thing she's done.
So yes, so please, thank you, official thank you from all of us here at XRT to Bonnie Ross. We wish you the best, and we all really are thankful for everything she has done for Xbox. You're right, Chance. I shouldn't have read those comments. It just makes me so mad. Like, let's say, like I said, if she was fired, we shouldn't be celebrating this. She's done so much for the industry, and I choose to stay positive about this because you're right. Halo Infinite is a great game. Jose and I dropped in the other day. We're doing the yappening. It is a lot of fun. It's still great, and it will continue to build and get better and better. So I'm thankful.
Do you think they could have named that better, though? Because there
yappening?
is one and only one thing I think of when I hear that.
I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
in.
I like it.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next story. That's not Xbox directly. Nintendo had a direct, and this is the Nintendo Direct, excuse me, for September 2022. I was just talking about how much I loved The Verge's layout and design last week, guys, and then they changed it. And now I think it's hideous and it's not as good now. Verge, go back to your clean design you had earlier. Here are the big stories. Let's see if we have any reactions to this. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is coming May 12th, 2023. Any reactions?
I have a reaction, but I'm going to save it for
All
the
right.
end.
Well, there you go.
Continue.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't have a Switch, and I'm like, I do want to play this game, but I don't think I'm going to buy a Switch to play it. And the stinky Switch, as Dustin Furman over at Sacred Symbols likes to call it, it's true. I can't play on that stinky Switch, and it's 30 FPS and 720p. I can't. I can't. Give me a Switch Pro, Nintendo. Give me a real new system. Then maybe I'll play Zelda. I thought Breath of the Wild was highly overrated anyway. Any game that has a stamina bar and breaking weapons, are you kidding me? That is not fun, Nintendo. Moving on to the next announcement. Here's one that I think you guys might have something to say. GoldenEye 007 is making its return to Switch and Xbox. Yes, the drama is that you cannot play multiplayer online on Xbox. That is a Switch console exclusive feature. But as somebody who didn't really get big into GoldenEye like myself. I had a 64. I never bought GoldenEye. I was too busy with my real system, the PlayStation 1. I'm looking forward to playing this for free on Game Pass. I never played the campaign, and I'll see what that's about. You can still do 4-player split screen, which is essentially what everyone loved about it, still on Xbox. So, Jose, Chance, any reaction to the return of GoldenEye?
I think it's very cool that they're doing it because people have asked for it for a long time. I definitely same thing. I'll play it because it's on Game Pass. I'd love to go back and have the nostalgia of playing the story. It's probably a pretty quick story because I can't imagine it was that big at the time. The one thing about the multiplayer, like, it is a bummer it's not on Xbox because it would be fun for like one night for all of us to play together. But that's exactly my point of like I think people are making it a bigger issue because like the reality
people
is like
freaking out
it's
about
nostalgic, but like. Are you really going to play this for like a month, or are you just going to go back to Call of Duty?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I guarantee it did not age well. That you had the one joystick, right? So you don't have the kind of aiming that.
No, they updated the
all
controls.
used to.
It's got updated controls.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's to be with
but still, you're right, Chance.
No.
Destiny Gary was saying the same thing. He's like, yeah, I'm excited, but I have a huge nostalgia, for it. And he's like, but I feel like people who have no attachment to it, they're gonna like, this sucks, So
if I'm not playing it in Jose's parents' old house's
shout
basement,
out to Annette.
What's the green carpet?
Right? Yeah. What's the point?
Exactly. All right, I'm going to read the rest of the games that were announced. If you guys have any reaction, let me know. Fire Emblem Engage. Okay. Tunic, great game coming to Switch. If you have a Switch and you're listening to this, go play Tunic. It's an amazing game. Pikmin 4. Okay, moving. It Takes Two. I hear this is a great game. This is a good one coming. Okay, good. And then we have Fatal Frame, Mask of Lunar Eclipse. Okay. Bayonetta 3. Have any of you guys played a Bayonetta game? Okay. Jose, were you going to say something?
No, I've never played one. It's a big game. Like people are hyped on it. I've just never played it. It's just a little like.
It always came off as like the kind of people, and I'm sure I'm just going to alienate myself from all the tens of fans that we have. But yeah, that like. They were like, "Oh, look at that girl and her boobs." Like, I'm just like,
Bubble Boy up close to the mic again.
I stand by my.
All right. Last announcement from the Nintendo Direct was, this is actually a great game, Resident Evil 8, but you can cloud stream it, which is great. Good. I'm happy. If for some reason you only own a Switch, go play Resident Evil 8. And actually, I saw that, aren't they bringing, I believe, all the other ones cloud streaming too? So that is really cool that, again, if you don't have a Series S or some other way of playing these awesome games, you can stream it. So I want to tie that into the next news story.
Hang on. Before we go,
you have something to say about this Nintendo caca?
I do. And it is that I think I'm going to sell my Switch.
Oh, here we go. Good. Yeah.
And it's, for the record, it's been great. It's been awesome as the girls are getting into gaming. But the truth is, they do a little bit. They play Mario Kart, basically. But here's the thing. I've been paying for Nintendo Direct, which is, to be fair, like $20 a year. Yeah. It's not expensive. Or Nintendo Online, sorry. But I was saying to myself the other day, I was like, Penelope really wants to keep playing Dreamlight Valley, which is awesome. But that's going to eat into my time. So like I was like, I think I'm just going to sell the Switch and the games and get an S, honestly, and go put it upstairs.
Kids games.
Discount code then for the screen?
No, because I'm not going to buy the screen. I'm just going to buy it for her upstairs. I've got a
60-inch Sony. If you're interested, 1080p, perfect for that Series S. I'm just saying.
No, I have a 65-inch upstairs that just sits in the room for them, like for Netflix, basically.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, that's what I'm saying. And here's the thing. I'm not trying to crap on Nintendo. I have a lot of love for Nintendo.
Respect.
I really love everything they've done and a lot of respect. The truth is, though, you said it perfectly, Dan. The Switch is going on like almost 10 years old. Like that hardware just can't compete anymore in the modern world.
5 years.
Is it 17? Is it only 5?
But it was already based on like mobile old chips, so it's just not cut.
I mean, if I get an iPhone 14, that's basically my new mobile gaming machine.
Way more.
Than a Switch. So anyway, no, thank you, Nintendo, for your service. But anyone want to buy a Switch?
Hit up Chipotle there. Slide into his DMs. I'm the same way. Give me a Pro. Give me something, Nintendo, or hopefully they'll bring it over. But They're gonna milk. Why would they? It's the best selling console right now, and it's gonna be the best. So
Yeah, you're absolutely
so
right.
that ties in, the Resident Evil news to our next story. Resident Evil Village Winter's expansion. I watched this whole thing, Chance, and the more I thought about it, I'm like, I liked 8, and apparently I liked it more than I thought. And seeing the third person mode, I was like, am I gonna have to play Resident Evil Village again? And I'm very tempted. And it kind of makes me sad though, Chance, before I throw it to you, is that I wish I would have saved some of those extra runs to play in third person. Like, it's gonna be different, but
Exactly.
I'm like,
Yeah.
is it really worth me buying this expansion? Bubble Boy, what was your
I mean, how many times did we have to end up running through it? Like
3, I think?
6?
I think only 3.
Oh, well, maybe it felt like
Because you were
6 to
doing
me
the
'cause of all those
mercenaries.
mercenary modes,
Hard to
yeah.
not do that,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, maybe, 3 or 4 years from now over the summer when I need something else to do, like, it'll be good to boot that one up.
Okay. But are
But
you gonna get the DLC day 1? No.
I bought a Village physical copy, so
Oh,
no.
it doesn't have it anymore. So, Jose, any interest in this expansion, or are you good?
Yeah, I might. I mean, I don't know where I'm going to find time. I'll be honest with
Dude,
you.
yeah,
But
speaking
I'd
of,
love to
there's a
go back and
lot
do.
of games coming, guys. We're gonna talk about this later. I'm overwhelmed already.
I mean, ultimately, like, this is our last. I mean, maybe it's because you can go into. We're basically waiting till the end of October. That's when like high season is going to start. So I basically have a month to finish
even.
GTA 5. I'd love to get through Nobody Saves the World. I got to finish my pass for Halo. Like that, I think that's too much. I don't think I'm going to have time.
Well,
to
you
go
don't have
play
to
8,
finish
but
your battle pass. That's the good news. You can always go back to that at any time.
But I want to play the winter one, and then I'm gonna get next Seed Springs too. Like I already know that's happening. That's a sunk cost for me. So I'd rather focus on that than go back. But one day maybe when I'm having that itch, it'd be fun to go back and play in third person.
Any reaction to they like teased RE4? Aren't they showing that, like, is that coming up soon where they're actually going to show?
It's March when they're gonna do it.
No,
But
I thought they were going to show
probably
more. There's like a Resident Evil showcase coming up. I'm pretty sure there
Oh
is.
yeah. I'll check it out. And if it was a brand new game, I probably wouldn't watch it because I want to be surprised. But since it's 4 and I've played 4, I probably will because it'll make me excited for March.
Got it. All right. So that was the Stinky Switch, the Nintendo Direct. Yeah, Zelda's cool and all, but yes, please, Nintendo, can you give us a real console? And it's not just for kids, okay? It's not just for young gamers. Give us a real powerful machine. Let's move to the next story. It's coming from Eurogamer. Sorry, I forgot to quote the last person. This is from Wesley Yinpool over those dang dirty Brits. Everything announced in Sony's September 2022 PlayStation State of Play. And I actually got to listen to this, our old sister podcast, The Trophy Room. I listened to their live stream reactions of this. Boys, here's everything that was announced. And then let me know if there's something specifically you would like to talk about. So, first it shows up Star Wars Enhanced Edition Tales from the Galaxy's Edge for PSVR 2. Oh, okay. Demio, I have heard great things about this card game. So Lord Cognito over on Defining Duke, another sister podcast, he works for Meta now, and he was talking about this on his MetaQuest all the time. He says this is an incredible card game, and that I feel like this is something that you might have interest in. Hopefully it comes to Xbox too. I'm guessing it probably will. I'm guessing it's kind of on like a timed exclusivity deal with Sony for now. Demio, that actually
Is it like Hearthstone?
go
like
watch
that kind of card
it's,
game?
It's really cool. Yeah. Cog was like all about this. Like a Dragon Inshin is coming to PS5. Those Yakuza games, I like them, but is this going to be dialogue only and set in a different setting? Ooh, Hogwarts Legacy got another trailer. Pacific Drive is coming to PS5 and PC. The Microsoft Awards, aka PlayStation Stars, is starting up. That's a good thing for PlayStation fans. And then we have Sin Duality from Bandai Namco. I don't remember this. This the best quote, Stellar Blade. Chance, Stellar Blade is going to play. Best quote from their podcast. Kyle said, "Enough with the boob physics." It's like, she turns around and the frame rates drop because well, I think they were actually talking about something else, but they tied it into Stellar Blade. And then Rise of Ronin is a scrolling action RPG from Team Ninja. So I think they're the ones making Wulong Dynasty, I believe. Chance, are you interested? Okay, yep.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I don't.
We'll
We'll
see.
see. But then they closed the show with the God of War Ragnarok limited edition controller and the trailer. I didn't watch the trailer. I'll play this eventually. I'm not going to want to play it day one. Bubble Boy, very quickly, what was your reaction to the controller? And the more I look at it, I'm like,
It looks really cool.
really? You like it?
I think
it's
so.
hideous.
Yeah, I think anytime that they can do like a subtle little nod to things like that, it's
Dude, all it is a different
fraction
color.
of cool as my and then that pad has the little
wolf and
like,
the little wolf.
Yeah,
They
and
put a
it's
sticker.
his
Exactly,
boy,
Jose.
and
They put a sticker on the stupid
I don't know.
touchpad that nobody
I think
uses in the first place.
I think it's
mean,
cool looking.
See, and look, I
It's not
appreciate.
gonna
Jose, you
make
know
me
this is
buy
a
it.
this is
I
a
would
weak
never
ass
buy
effort,
it.
right, Jose? Come on.
I'm sorry. I agree with Dan Chance. Like I'm all for the special edition stuff, and I'm surprised that PlayStation hasn't had more. But honestly, it's probably just a function of they can't make the
Yeah,
PlayStations, let
exactly.
alone limited editions. But if you're God of War is arguably their maybe Destiny, but one of their most valuable properties right now. Like
I
everyone
think
is
it is.
so
Yeah.
excited for Ragnarok. They could have gone all out, like put the freaking blades of chaos on the triggers and make it light up and have Kratos as like Scar. I mean, they could have done some sick stuff.
the Scar.
And they
That
were
would have
like-
been sick.
And whoever's on the team was like, make it blue. And everyone's like, oh yeah, good, it'll make it blue. And they're like, can we make it a more graphic? And someone's like, a sticker. He's like, oh yeah, oh that's a good one.
Thank you, Jose.
You don't
I
like
think
that the daddy wolf looks like his wieners hanging down there?
Oh
You don't like
no,
that?
you're right. They've got little wieners curled up in there.
I don't know how that was the only thing that I saw that I was like, I don't know how that made it past the production line of like, ooh, can we edit
It's a classic
that
Pop
a
Tart
little
move.
bit?
I mean, like,
going out like
I
that.
know God of,
But I do think past that it looks good.
really? I think it's weak, man.
Here's the thing.
Wait, Jose. Let me interrupt. Chance, if you didn't know that was God of War, if you looked at that, would you know that has any connection to the God of War franchise?
None whatsoever. Point taken.
He's absolutely right.
Like that's what I'm saying is like I'm all about clean aesthetic. I
Yes.
am. I'm a big Appleson. Like I love that stuff. But for a showcase game and system, when they were like, here's the all new controller, I was expecting something just
Sick.
mind blowing. Where even as an Xbox fan, I was like, I have to have that for my shelf. I don't even have a PlayStation 5, but I want that controller. And I did not.
That's
feel
fair. Like the Halo
because
one.
PlayStation people felt like that
exactly.
about Halo. They loved the Halo controller.
I was like
because it was
losing
amazing.
sleep over whether or not I should
Oh, I
buy
should have
it.
got it.
Like,
God, I regret that, Chan. But that's a great example because it's subtle. It's not like too gaudy, and it is really what. Bubble Boy, can you pull that controller up? I need to see it real quick. Go.
It's upstairs.
It's upstairs.
Anyway, it's a great looking controller, and that Master Chief, his visor, the gold, the green, the armor. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Sony. I feel like fans. I feel bad for you because that controller should
Actually,
be
I
better.
can show it to you. Take that helmet right behind you and make it into controller
Exactly.
form, and
There you
it
go.
was so
There you
well
go.
done.
So, guys, any reactions to the state of play? I mean, Chance, I'm not even kidding. It's collecting dust, and I'm really keeping it just to play Mass Effect. And so, okay, actually, Jose is raising his hand. Then we'll throw it over to you, Bubble Boy. Jose, reaction to the state of play.
Look, man, like I've said before, I'm happy for PlayStation. They've wanted God of War, and I love God of War. I do. So I'm happy that it sounds like the game is going to be cool. All jokes about the controller aside. I don't think it looks, at least from trailers, I don't think it looks massively better than the God of War 2019 was, but it's still, that was an awesome game. So even if this is just,
does it need to? Because
that's
that
what I'm
game is
saying.
incredible.
If it doesn't have to be massively better because that game was already incredible. In terms of the other stuff, it's cool. Again, I'm happy they're getting stuff that they're excited for. The one thing that I still think and maybe I just don't get it. Maybe that's the boomer in us, the stars thing, which again, I maintain is still a terrible name. I really do believe that. But they showed off some of the things, and I get that maybe that's really cool in PSVR 2, but I can't imagine that's going to be a cheap add-on, especially with them raising prices of the base console right now. And so you get this 3-dimensional NFT basically, and then what it just sits in like your loading screen, or it sits in like a room that you have to visit?
Not at all.
Because that's what is concerning to me about I just don't know. I just want better. I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know what I want, and that's not fair. I don't like being that kind of guy without a solution, but that just doesn't seem that cool to me. Anyway, those are my only thoughts. Other than that, I'm happy for everybody. Excited for God of War next month.
Bubble Boy, is this going to push you over the what? Well, first of all, would you have purchased a PS5 if there was a limited edition God of War PS5? Would that have forced you to do it?
Not if it.
If it looked like that.
If it looked like that, no, I would have. I want the digital one, and you just can't
No,
seem
you
to buy
can't.
them.
And I've got one, boys. I'll sell it to you for $600.
Those bundles keep. Jesus, Dan.
I'm not kidding. Anyway.
Well, the jerk store called, and they're running out of you.
Yeah, okay. You're muted, Bubble Boy. You're muted.
Oh yeah, I just muted myself. I want the digital one, and I want it. I'd buy the Horizon bundle. I'd buy a Ragnarok bundle, but I'm not paying $700 for.
Well, okay. So why are you so set on the digital when you still buy physical games for your Xbox and sell them and send them back? I'm a little confused.
Yeah, it makes no sense, right?
Well, when you put it like that,
yeah. I did. No, I really did think about that because I was like, because then I can.
There are going to be times where
you're get Horizon
exactly, and you're going to want to sell them. Those are one and done games. Like you're not going to
Ragnarok, Miles Morales. Yeah.
Anyway,
all right. But then there's part of me that's like, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it and wait for Wolverine.
Yeah, that's maybe literally the only really game I want to play. And the next time, but do I have to play those day one? Nah, I can wait till they're $20. Let's move on to a quick little September update for Xbox. I just wanted to mention this. This is coming for the Xbox app on PC. And I think it's very cool, even though I don't use my PC very often. But I do use I guess I do use my PC. Well, I use my laptop every day for work and for this and for everything. I don't game on it as much as I would like to, only when I'm traveling. But anyway, the next update is they're adding the how long to beat feature and they're implementing it into your games. And I think this is very cool, you guys, because I go to How Long to Beat all the time to see estimates on how long a game's going to take me. So it's going to be very convenient. I can just look on Game Pass right here. Of course, I can look things up, but I think it's very cool that they're adding that, and hopefully it will come to Xbox. So Bubble Boy, go ahead. The How Long to Beat.
I don't. Yeah, why PC only? I'm really bummed about this. I don't know all the ins and outs of like.
It is weird. You're right. Why
engineering wise and the code, why they couldn't do that, and maybe it had something to do with like the license that they bought. But I was really bummed because
maybe
of course the way I read stuff like this, I don't read it word for word. I just read like the How Long to Beat Xbox, and I'm scrolling. And I'm like, yes, awesome. Wait, Death Stranding. I need to scroll back up. Wait, what? Solitude? Oh crap!
Yeah.
And it's super cool. I would love to have that.
So
on the Xbox.
Jose, before I throw it to you, so it's very cool. Like it'll give you these for people who don't know How Long to Beat is. You go there and it basically people will log how long it takes them to beat a game, and then they kind of average it out and everything. So it'll tell you how long to beat just the main story, how long to beat the main story and additional side quest, how long if you're going for the completionist. Like it says 113 hours for Death Stranding. My gosh. And then what's the average? Just combine all your play styles, and that's usually a little bit longer. So Jose, have you ever been to How Long to Beat? I'm wondering, and does this interest you at all?
No, I have never been there because I have you two. Because when I want to know how to beat a game, you've already all played them and beaten them, so I just ask you to.
And it's a much more flushed out website than just that.
It shows like by platform, how many people, and it's very cool.
The gist that Daniel just gave is perfect, and that's 90% of what people use it for. But there is a lot of really cool stuff involved in that, and I'm wondering if so when you look at this screenshot here, it says details, reviews, and more. If the more or the view details like takes you straight to their site.
Oh yeah, maybe that you're right. Yeah, that would make sense.
It's really cool, and I hope it comes to the Xbox.
I agree. Xbox people who are listening, I know we're a big podcast over there in Redmond. Please add this feature to your consoles as well. I mean, I would assume maybe it's coming, but I guess Chance at the same time, you can go to your playtime on there, but that doesn't tell you how many people are if we've beaten it, and that's how many total playtime.
It's just not the same. And there's something about the name recognition for me of the How Long to Beat. They are spot on.
They really are
really,
You're
really
right.
good. And so it'd be like if I'm trying to even think like if I don't even know. I can't think, like some generic brand, like
Kroger brand.
is it long enough or so? I don't even
I love
know. I'm
Kroger
gonna
brand.
get into some. That's what she said. Yeah, like exactly right. Like, it's cool that they went with something official.
No,
like
it's
that,
very
so.
cool. I think this is a cool feature for you PC gamers. I have something to say about PC gaming, but we'll save it for later as well. But I might be switching, guys. I might be getting a beast PC. I think it might be time.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
Why
you're
not?
not. You've been
No,
saying that for
because
like 12
why
years.
have the PS5? I don't need it. I'd rather put that money towards a PC.
You could have made that argument without buying.
Yeah,
a PC,
true that.
of
Let's
why
move
have the
on
PS5,
to the
so.
last story for the week. I don't know, in this Bubble Boy, did you have anything else? Did you add anything? I don't think you added anything else to.
I tried, man. We had conferences last night.
There's
It
Tokyo
was-
Game
yeah,
Show. We're gonna do that.
Oh no, I'm doing that next. But I like conferences. You're right. You're watching the Chiefs. Let's close the show with a Tokyo Game Show Xbox related announcements. I'll go through them and then let's see if there's any reactions from you guys. So, in summary, this is coming from Jeremy Hinton, head of Xbox Asia over on the Xbox Wire. I didn't know about this until Chance basically blew me up on the text group. Deathloop
Yeah, I didn't know
is
either.
coming to Xbox
How
Series
cool.
X and S September 20th.
How cool.
Amazing. So, okay, we'll come back to that.
And well, no, because real quick, I thought I was like, when it first, I was just like, oh my God, amazing, right? And I thought that a lot of people's reaction was going to be, yeah, but you knew that was coming. And like, I didn't know it was coming a week from
Yeah.
now. I was thinking like March 2023 or
it's
something.
very
And to
cool.
know that it's just, bam, I already have it
Yep,
downloaded on the
re-downloaded it
Xbox
too.
and
Me
everything.
too.
Like, man, the rich just get richer over
Yeah,
here.
thank you. Bethesda Softworks game right there. Let's go. I'm going to read the rest of them. Tell me if you want to talk about them individually. And these are all coming to Game Pass, by the way. Some of them are already in there right away. So we've got. Oh, this one surprised me too, because I went to the Game Pass to download Deathloop and I was like, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is on Game Pass? Guys, this is a big game. I don't know if you really have to play it, but if you haven't already for some reason, I think Origins is better, but this is very cool. Odyssey, some people love this the most from the newer ones. Go ahead, Jose.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite one.
Do you know if it has all the DLC? Because I didn't get the DLC.
It doesn't come with the DLCs.
And the DLC is really good.
They
the
are
Atlantis
pretty good.
one.
That's why I wanted to get it. I didn't play those.
It might be on sale right now, Jose. They're having a big Assassin's Creed sale. Check that out.
I have too much other stuff.
Oh, there's always more time.
If you do play it though, play as the girl. I think she's a better
Oh,
player
yeah.
than the guy.
I liked
sure,
Alexios,
indeed.
but yeah, I should have been staring at Cassandra the whole time. Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. And Kiriko. Oh, sorry. Overwatch 2 is coming.
Ni no Kuni.
Sorry, no. Overwatch 2, October 4th is coming. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Rich remastered from Level 5 is on Game Pass.
I gotta say, that was one of the worst games I've ever played. I bought it, and I think I bought it full price on the Switch. It was so bad, and I heard just nothing but amazing things from people I never have
Here's the
talked
thing,
to or
Chance.
know anything about.
Sacred Symbols, Colin and Dustin over there, they love Ni no Kuni and they love
It
this
is
the
horrible.
Danganronpa. Anyway, let's keep going. JRPGs, it's a taste, right? I'm gonna come back to another one.
I like JRPGs. I'm thrilled about Persona 5.
Persona 5 Royal
was terrible.
Persona 5 Royal, October 21st. I'm very excited. We'll come back to that. Hold on. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Guilty Gear Strive coming to Game Pass. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle Special Edition coming to Game Pass. Also, updates to Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. I think Chance might have played the first one. I tried it. Pal World is coming to Xbox. Fuga Melodies of Steel is now on Game Pass. Harness the Power. Dyson Sphere program is coming to PC Game Pass. And then Exo Primal is coming to Game Pass. Naraka Blade Point is getting updates. There was more of the Wulong Fallen Dynasty. I didn't watch it. I don't need to. I'm going to play that game. And then, of course, Deathloop and Forza Horizon. There's a Forza Horizon 10th anniversary. I don't even know. I need to watch this.
I keep needing to. It's not great. It's cool, but I'm
gonna watch this trailer.
need to see the date because I need to go get all the achievements immediately as soon as it drops, so I can
Yes, you can be the first
top 100 or
for a
top
period
10
of time
or
until the next DLC. But yeah, Chance,
yeah.
that's the problem. If you're going to be the number one person, you're going to have to do it every time these Forza Horizon gets these updates and the DLCs.
I'm okay with that.
You should be. Jose, I did a lot of talking. Did any of these games do anything for you? I do want to say I think it's very cool to see the representation of these JRPGs coming to Xbox. May not be for us, but me and Bacon were on last night, and we shout out to Bacon. Bacon was like, Dan, I've been trying to play these games, but he's like, I just he's struggling, you guys. He's like, I want to show my support, but he's like
a man on a diet.
just,
like,
yes,
I've been trying.
exactly. He's like,
thoroughly.
they're just so Japanese, and I'm like, yes, Bacon. I'm like, and if you don't, what did he say he tried? I think he said he tried Nier Automata. And I was like, dude, if you didn't like Nier, I mean, Nier actually had some decent gameplay.
Nier's like more like,
yeah. And I was like, if you don't like that, you are
stuff.
not going to like Persona 5. But I'm very excited for Persona 5. That is one I am going to try and I'm going to play. So, Jose.
Accept the release.
I know. Go ahead, Jose. Any reactions to the JRPG news from this Tokyo Game Show?
No, that's what I was going to say too. Is like, I know for a long time, people, when they compared Xbox and PlayStation, that was always a hitting point that they don't have the JRPGs. So I do love that they're adding them. I probably at some point, not anytime very soon, I would like to try Persona. Honestly, for the reason that my students play it. Like a lot of my kids have liked the Persona games, and they ask me about them, and I'm like, I'm just a boomer over here. You want to talk about Mario? You want to talk about Halo? Right. So I would love to have a little bit of perspective on those. I'm super pumped for Deathloop. Like, I just think it looks like a cool game. I liked Pal World. I played it when it was called Pokemon, right? Basically the same thing. Other than that, Exoprimal does look cool too. I've seen some trailers for that. It does seem a little bit like one faceted, if that makes sense. Like, it's like you play the first level and it feels really cool, but it'll feel the same in level 2 and level 3 and level 4. So it's one of those where like I might try it one day if I just have nothing else to do. But other than that, I think we have plenty. I'm super happy with it. Don't forget that this is like this show was at the end of summer. We've had like 4 shows about Xbox stuff, so it doesn't have to be like a crazy banger show. But I thought it was cool, man. And so, I'm excited to also see the Overwatch stuff, because that just leans more towards the fact that they're finishing that deal with Activision Blizzard. Excited to hear more on that. So other than that, no, man, that's what I'm looking at.
Bubble Boy, before I throw it over to you, I was just checking out that Forza Horizon 5 trailer, and I was just thinking, did you play the first Forza Horizon?
I did not. I started with 2.
Okay, I will say it's worth your time because it's 4K upscaled, 60 FPS. It looks awesome.
Is it?
But the real reason I brought up Forza again is because I was mad at Ryan McCaffrey and the Unlocked crew for using another Forza Horizon trivia question, and they didn't use ours.
Oh, I thought it was going to be yours, man.
I
heard it.
Like,
I was like,
are you serious, Ryan? You're going to use that caca one when we had a reasonable one?
What was the question?
It was like, which of these car manufacturers they've all been in Forza, but they're not in Forza Horizon 5. And it was Buick. And I was like, or no, Buick was
it was Buick. Buick was the answer.
But it was caca, dude. And of course, nobody got it right. Ours, one of them might have gotten one of the cars right, because they can envision the car. I'm very disappointed, but we don't need to talk about that. Bubble Boy, close us off on this Tokyo Game Show announcements. Anything to say?
Yeah, I kind of the stuff that you guys already summed up, and I do like JRPGs for the most part, and there's so much else coming out right now that it's gonna be hard, and I really am like, I'm not gonna use the word devastated, or maybe I did 5 minutes ago, but man, I wish Persona 5 would come out like tomorrow instead of October 21st. It's just like the worst date they could have picked, and damn,
you got 6 days to get it knocked out. You can do it.
Here's the thing.
No, that's the exact same date as Gotham
Yeah,
Knights.
no, it's before.
I thought they were
I think it comes out before.
It moved it up.
Oh,
They moved it up.
that's right.
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't know that.
Chance, do you have any interest in these other games though? No, they were all caca to you. Maybe Ayuden. Did you play that?
But there's a couple that look pretty cool. But just so much else going on. And
okay, so that has been the Xbox news. Let's close up on that, and that kind of ties into what I wanted to say next. As far as releases for the rest of the year, you guys, It's looking a little overwhelming now. I'm a little scared. It's becoming a little stacked. So here's what I have planned. September next week, we have Deathloop, correct? I don't know. Great.
Yep.
I feel bad because I was all excited for Grounded, which is at the end of September. I finally wanted to jump in the Grounded day one, official release, and now they dropped this Deathloop before it, so that's kind of sucks. But hopefully, Deathloop won't be too long of a game. And then in October, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 comes out towards the end of the month, or maybe mid-month, actually. No, it comes out towards the middle, and I think if we pre-order it, you get access to the campaign a week before release.
Beta access
I
open
thought it was
today
like the
for
12th or
PlayStation.
the 15th
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
something crazy. So
But then you have to ask yourself, like, is it going to be worth buying, knowing if you just wait a little bit, you'll get it for free?
yes, I will. This will be the last Call of Duty I purchase. I want to play it early and then be done with the campaign and then be ready to jump into multiplayer. And then, though, like you said, Gotham Knights and Persona 5, the end of October. I'm making the choice, you guys. I think I'm going to try Persona. I will sacrifice Gotham Knights. I'm excited for Gotham Knights. I know, but one of us needs to.
You can easily justify it from the cost
Exactly. I
standpoint.
don't have to pay money
$70 versus
to play
zero.
Persona.
So
And I do want to play Gotham Knights, but I'm like, do I want to spend $70?
That's it. I'm picking Robin then. If Dave doesn't
No,
want Robin, I'm
I'm
taking
Robin.
it.
You can't switch. You guys were talking Kaka this whole time. I am Robin. You got to pick other ones. Well, I don't know. If we're all going to play it together, then I'll still get that.
I said Batgirl. I'm still Batgirl. That's fine.
Are we
Chance
going to
be
try
Red
to
Hood,
play
you
this
can play
together or
Robin.
not? Probably not. So there's the other thing.
If you buy it.
And then and then also quick release, or maybe this was November, Pentiment. I do want to play Pentiment. I want to try that. Thankfully, that will be a short game.
Yeah,
Not too
I downloaded
not
that
too
one
concerned.
too.
Scorn. Isn't Scorn sometime in October as well?
November. I thought it was November.
I have Scorn pre-downloaded as well. And then thankfully it loosens up a little bit in December with High on Life. But I am so pumped for High on Life. By the way, I tweeted High on Life, did some tweet, and then some guy said, "What is this game?" And then High on Life repeated, "High on Life game, check it out." And then somebody else said something, and I said hashtag High on Life game, and High on Life liked our tweet, boys. So maybe we're gonna have to get those guys to come on our Rick and Morty crew to come talk to us.
That'd be dope, man.
No,
it's their funny
yeah, exactly.
videos.
I could tell they appreciated the tweet. So, Bubble Boy, what's your release looking like for the rest of the year? What are you gonna do?
Can't wait to play Deathloop.
You're
and actually,
like really
let me
pumped about
slide
Deathloop. I'm like,
it. Yeah, and I was watching some things on it today because I don't know a single thing about it, and I was like,
think
I
Prey,
need to
only
keep
not
doing
as
that.
good.
But then,
Prey, the DLC, what was it? Oh God. Prey Moon Crash.
but it's
Yes,
not
it is. No, I
so
hear
much like
something.
Moon
Prey,
Crash
though.
is it's a loop. You didn't play Moon Crash. You were thinking of Prey. I did play Moon Crash. Prey Moon Crash. This is what Mr. Maddie said. He's like, Prey Moon Crash is the way better version of Deathloop because it's essentially the same thing, only done better. It's a loop and it's a roguelike where you spawn into an area and everything's different. And so you got to figure out your way through it. But then Colin also was playing it recently and he was like loving it, like obsessed with it. I've heard mixed reactions to Deathloop, but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and the guys over on Gamer Ranks who I like quite a bit, they loved it. They were like, you know what? I didn't want to, and this bothered me at first, and I didn't love that, but gosh darn it, I kept going back and having fun. Like this game was just fun to me, and so I am excited. I backing up a little bit though. I started Brutal Legend the other day.
How
Like the rare game
wait,
with Jack Black?
let's save that. Let's save that because I want to talk about what we've been playing too. So just give us the rest of your plans for the year.
So definitely that I don't think I'm gonna try not to pick up Modern Warfare just because I know I will get it for free, but
good
I'm a
point.
sucker. I know I
But
probably will, and as soon as you guys are all playing it,
but it's only multiplayer. It's not Warzone. It's not the same. Warzone comes later.
yeah.
And I'd rather you play Persona 5 to tell us about it because you of all people I thought would be super pumped to get Persona 5 day one.
It's why couldn't they have done it this week?
Yeah.
Why?
And then
Or the next week.
Gotham
or whatever.
Knights.
I don't
Anything
know.
different from my list the rest of the year? Probably not then.
Well, yeah, because Callisto Protocol.
Oh yeah. I completely forgot about that.
Exactly. I just don't see how I'm not gonna want to jump all over that game. So
Jose, anything different for you or pretty much the same?
No, I mean right now I need to get through GTA 5. Like seriously, need to.
Don't rush that.
I really
Don't
do
rush
want
that,
to
Jose.
the Halo battle pass. But then October will hit, and I wasn't going to, but I probably will pick up Battle or Modern Warfare just because if I do like playing with you guys, and it'll be a nice break between the next Halo season and the winter update. And then Gotham Knights, when it comes out, I'll definitely play Scorn as well. Definitely Callisto Protocol as well. I probably won't pay Persona until maybe next year, so that's not high on my list, but plenty to play, bud. And if Chance, I guess it depends on Chance's review of Deathloop. If he's like it's a must play, I'll probably check it out. If he's like, you can pass, then I'll hold off on it. We'll see.
So let's go into what have we been playing recently. Bubble Boy, go ahead, tell us about your experience with Brutal Legend. I thought about playing this, and I just couldn't do it.
It's so cool, and it's brought to you by Double Fine Studios, who did Psychonauts and Psychonauts 2, and man, you can see so many similarities, and it's just funny. If you didn't know, like Jose said, Jack Black voices the main character, and the game starts out in real like full motion video, live video of Jack Black. And that's how it starts. And it's kind of cool the way it's just different. It's like, I would have never expected it. And I'm like, man, this is for such an, I'll air quote, old game. Like, how come more games don't do things like this? It was just super, super creative the way they did it. Doesn't age great. The combat is pretty horrific. But man, you can it's got charm and it's got character the way anything that Double Fine does kind of comes through. And so I have enjoyed my time. It's hard for me to say, like, if you can squeeze it in before Deathloop or you can squeeze it in before something else, I say it's worth your time. But past that, like maybe just sometime down the road when you're feeling like, man, I need a little Psychonauts itch, like fire up Brutal Legend instead, and I think you'll enjoy it.
I think I'd rather just play the first Psychonauts, Chance, because that's also backwards compatible and upscaled, and I never beat Psychonauts 1.
Yeah, and totally, I mean, very different, right? Like settings and themes and stuff like that. But
I thought about Brutal Legend. Really quickly, did you finish As Dusk Falls? What was your reaction to the ending? What ending did you get, or should we not spoil that?
Yeah, it's underwhelming.
Really?
It just
not worth your time?
Underwhelming. And
can I ask, was your guy in jail at the end?
No.
Okay, well then never mind.
No. No.
Was he in Canada?
The mom who was like one of the most evil characters on the whole thing was sipping Mai Tais on the beach. I was like,
she got away on yours?
Everybody.
Yes, and I was like, not mine.
And the whole thing with the girl.
Yeah, I didn't like how it closed with the girl. Yeah, I didn't like that either.
The grandpa, man.
What about the grandpa at the end? You not a little intrigued for a sequel?
I was just like, no. Why would I? And the whole thing with the sheriff, I'm sorry, that was contrived and stupid, and I didn't like it, and it didn't flesh itself out. They were just like, oh, here's a twist, but terrible twist. If I had to choose between the two, which I do have to choose between the two, play Immortality instead.
Yeah, I forgot Immortality. Yeah.
Yep. And not that they're because they're really not the same, but just if you need a change of pace, fire up Immortality on your lunch break on your phone, and you'll enjoy it.
I'll get to that eventually. Jose, you've been playing. You already said Grand Theft Auto. Any updates? How are you feeling about GTA 5? Just in general, where are you at? Tell me some impressions. GTA 5 focused right now. I need to hear it. He doesn't like it, Chance. He doesn't like it. I can already tell.
I understand why people fawn over it. I am having fun. I really am legitimately having fun. I like the variety. I've not. I met other than the intro sequence. I have not met Trevor yet.
Oh,
How many hours are you in?
What are you doing?
I mean, I'm probably just like 6 to 8 hours in.
What's the other guy?
And you haven't met Trevor?
I don't.
Have you played as Trevor
so.
Yet?
I'm to the point. No, I'm to the point where, I'm blanking on their names now because it feels like it's been forever since I played. But the mob boss guy Mike, thank you. So I'm to the point where Mike has just he like went on the boat because his daughter was like hanging out with porn stars, and he like did it was like the Wave Rider scene that I just finished that. So like I know that they're setting up the heist. I know that Franklin and him are like becoming friends.
You got to get Trevor in there so you can get his taco shirt. He's got this taco sleeveless shirt. That's all you can. Like I change one of my favorite things is changing all their clothes in that game. But the taco one with Trevor, I'm just like,
have you been doing the triathlons? Have you been raising your endurance, your shooting skills?
I mean, I did the shooting skill stuff with Franklin. I did a lot of them. I got gold on a lot of the little challenges in the shooting range. I've done a couple of the triathlons, and I'm enjoying it, but I'm not like adoring it like everybody else has. You know what I'm saying? So
what about the radio stations and the commentary? Are you listening to the radios?
I listened to the radio. I was listening to the West Coast rap station for a lot, and then everybody always talks about the talk show. So I was like, I gotta listen.
Yep, Chocolate Talk.
So I've just changed it over to Chopper. That's been real recently.
And you got to do Radio Mirror Park. That's Pony's favorite and ours favorite. Radio Mirror Park with DJ George. Shout out to DJ George.
So I mean, I will keep playing it. That's why my goal is to finish it by the end of September.
That's good.
That's my goal.
It's a long game.
2 weeks. I want to finish that because that'll then. If I play a little Halo there on like the weekends and stuff, I'd probably be able to clean that out by the end of October.
Stop worrying about Halo. Stop worrying about that, Jose. You're always going to.
I want to play Halo. I have fun playing Halo.
Always
I like
go back
Halo.
and pick it up too, and right where you left off.
So anyway, I'm having fun. Other than those two things, I haven't played anything else other than Dreamlight Valley with Penelope. Some time with her, which has been really fun. It's cool to see her get into stuff, and because she is new to this gaming world, she doesn't have the itch to like complete objectives like I do. Like I've been trying to explain what that means, like to have an objective, and she just is like, I just want to go over here and cut some weeds, and I'm like, okay, go cut some weeds, and I want to go dig over here. Okay. And she literally has had fun arranging her apartment. I don't know if Cora's gotten to that part, and she's good at it. Like she can like rotate objects, and she's like thinking about design. It's dope, man. So that's what I've been playing, and then watching. I've done a whole lot. We started season 5 of Cobra Kai, which I like Cobra Kai. It's just a good old like kind of heartwarming, fun story. And my wife and she's been watching The White Lotus on HBO Max, and so I've been by extension watching it with her. And not my favorite, but interesting nonetheless.
I'm about to start The Handmaid's Tale for the first time ever. Have you guys ever watched that? I know it's a lot of I feel like I don't know any dudes that watch it, but it's.
I saw the first scene, or there's not the first scene. The first episode, there's a scene where they're like, she's like performing duties, is the best way I can think about it, and I was like, this is not for me. I don't want to watch this.
Okay, let's bring it back to video games. What have I been playing? Here we go. I've been playing Destiny 2: The Witch Queen on Legendary. This is hard as caca, you guys. This is no joke. This is up there with might be even more difficult than Halo with Legendaries. Very frustrating sponge bosses, especially at the end of a level. Shout out to Snelling. Snelling joined our trio. So we've got a full fire team now with me, Bacon, and Snellvod. We've got a Hunter, we've got a Titan, we've got a Warlock. We've got them all. And they're just, when we get to the end, you guys just dying and having to restart. It's unforgiving. Unlike we're in Halo, where if you die, if somebody stays long, you can get back in, right? In Destiny, you die once, there's like a 30-second timer. If you don't get that person within the amount of time, you're done. And so it's like split between everybody. So let's say Snelling goes down, it takes us 10 seconds to get to him. We have 20 seconds. If I go down, 10 more seconds to get to me. There's only 10 more seconds. If Bacon goes down, and then if we run out of time and somebody dies, it's over. So it can be very frustrating with some of these bosses. I also beat Resident Evil 0. This was a while ago. And I got to say, I enjoyed my time with RE0, but this is definitely one that would benefit greatly with a new remake game. It would be probably up there for me as one of the better games if you remake it, but it's very old school. But I appreciated that Resident Evil 1 kind of feeling from the PlayStation 1 days. But at the same time, I'm like, this needs a remake. And then Chance, Little Nightmares 2, man.
I got a couple of kids that is their favorite game of all time.
Wow.
Like they still play it every day.
That is crazy to me because I played the first one, loved the first one. Go play the first one. I did all the DLC.
Sorry, that's the one I was talking about. I'm sorry. Just
the first one is fantastic. Great. I felt like it was a great gameplay of like platforming, puzzles, inside-esque, great boss like nightmare things. And then I played all the DLC. I only missed one achievement, which was like beat the game without dying, which is incredibly hard. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Then I play this one, right, Chance? First of all, I don't think this game's very good. It's very slow, very even Pony was not happy about it. And then Chance, I was following a guide for some collectibles. It's a fairly easy 1,000 out of 1,000. unless an achievement for collectibles glitches on you. Randomly looked it up. Somebody on Steam and Xbox had the same thing happen. So I'm in a room where there's also another achievement for like touching one of these glitches, or no, that's the collectibles, is touching a glitch. And then there's another achievement for throwing a piece of cheese in this hole. My mistake, which I think I did, is I threw the cheese in the hole first, popped that achievement, and it saved. And then I went and grabbed the glitch and it didn't save. No progress on my collectibles. So for that chapter, it said I didn't collect all of them, even though I did, Chance. At the end of the game, it gave me the achievement for all collectibles, but I didn't have the achievement for collecting the 4 in that level. Caca. Just
nonsense. But lucky for you, you don't care about
no. When I put this effort into it,
play to have
fun
fun
and games. No, it shouldn't.
You play to win the game.
I was so mad, raged quit that night. I was like, are you kidding me? Scoured, you know how it is, Chance. The forums went to, True Achievements, Steam Achievements. I found this, what I had to do, ridiculous, guys. I had to delete my saves from the cloud. Then
you went and did all this. So you have 1,000.
I have 1,000. I did figure it out. So I had to replay the game up to chapter 3. But the problem is if you deleted your cloud save, it would still download it from. No, sorry, I deleted it from my console. It would still download it from the cloud. So I went back to chapter 3 to try to replay it. I already said I had gotten the achievements. Had to delete all saves. Chance, I deleted all saves. This is something you were terrified of doing with Mass Effect, I believe, or something like that. I deleted it.
Elden Ring.
So Elden Ring. I deleted it from the cloud. I deleted it from my console. Had to restart the game. As soon as I started the game, it pops up saying, hey, we're going to try to sync this data up. And I was like, no, do not do that. Replayed the entire first 3, got the 3 collectibles, and unlocked. But there was still one more achievement, Chance, that did not pop for getting all of the challenges done. So I'm sitting at like 950 out of 1,000. I'm like, are you kidding me? But thankfully I read again, restart the game, have it try to sync up with the cloud. And then it popped when I was at that screen saying, hey, do you want to use your local data or do you want to use the cloud save data? And Chance, you would have had a freaking heart attack. And I know, the anxiety right now. It was a nightmare. Little Nightmares 2. I do not recommend it. Caca, not worth your time. I paid $15 for it. It wasn't even that good. Go play the first one. I highly recommend Little Nightmares. Chance, that was a nightmare. And that you would have been losing your caca over it.
I was saying
Boo-worms. Guys, let's close the show like we always do with the best food we had this week. Chipotle Bear, let's start with you this week.
Sure. So today I had to go to a tech meeting.
I already know where this is going, baby.
It's fine. And on the way back, I had a little extra time, and sure enough, it was about 10 a.m. So you know what I had to do?
I'm not chicken for Popeyes.
Stopped at Popeyes, got some Popeyes for my secretary Pam. I was going to get some for Zach Morris too, because he's also a big Popeyes fan. You're welcome, Zach. I was the one that turned him on to that, but he had to go home sick today, so Zach did not get any Popeyes, but Pam and I sure did. And goodness, it was just delightful. That was the perfect way to end a Friday. Like, I highly recommend it. If you live where there's a Popeyes and it's still open, don't hesitate. Go right now. Other than that, though, food.
Jose,
Dan?
Popeyes closes at 10 p.m. over there. I'm heading over right after this. Okay, Chance, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing over there? You got to learn.
What are you talking?
You got to learn how to meet your.
That was me.
Okay.
I am you.
That's your thing.
Moto surf. Okay, sorry.
We're going to Popeyes moto surfing.
I didn't see the connection, but thank you, Jose.
The other thing was this tonight we went to the Edgewater Public Market, which is on 20th
that.
and
Got to ask you right away, Jose. And, is this like a freaking?
It's so hipster.
I was gonna say, is this a what is it? Highlands hipster hotspot, right?
It's
flannels.
It's in Edgewater. It is literally right across from Sloan's Lake. Like, it is
those
not
sandals
a hipster
that
area.
are like, you know what I'm talking about. Those freaking sandals that are like
Tevas.
Oh
yes,
my
I know
God.
exactly. The Chacos. Yeah, it's exactly that kind of place. Except though, I will give credit to the market itself was amazing. Like, if you want a cool outing for your family, that's basically like a really badass food court. And by that, I mean, literally there were like 13 different restaurants that are all different kinds of food. So there was like Mexican food, there was ramen, there was burgers, there was sliders, there was mac and cheese, there were gyros, there was arepas, there was empanadas. Like there was really a ton of cool foods. There was ice cream, there was a brewery. You can walk around with beer in hand around there. Really, really cool place. The one downside, because it's a hipster thing, it was a little pricey. Like I got carne asada fries, and they were literally $14 pre-tax, and they were good. It was delicious, but it was not like the taco strapi. Those carne asada fries, it was like a hot dog dish, like at Coors Field size. Anyway, delicious though. I did get carne asada fries. Victoria got an arepa. Penelope got mac and cheese. Scarlett got a quesadilla fries. So that was the other cool part. We all got something that we really liked. They also have a couple little shops. We checked those out too, but highly recommend for a cool outing. Check out the Edgewater Public Market. When do you guys want to go?
I will go next there, Jose. Calling in to the XRT hotline, Allie Walensig, my wife. Allie, what was the best food you had this week?
I think sushi.
From?
Oh,
What was it? Orion?
Shout out to Orion Sushi. That also was the best food I had this week. I'll talk to you about that in a second. Allie, the main reason I wanted you to call into the show, can you? Oh, I'm getting a bad cramp. I'm getting a bad cramp. Allie,
I can hear you.
Lucky.
can you do me a favor? I was going to ask, do you want to run?
what is
I have a
happening?
bad cramp in my hamstring. I was going to ask you, do you want to go get us some Popeyes right now before it closes? That's the main reason I called.
The answer is yes.
Are you kidding me?
No. Is that
I can't tell if you're joking.
I think-
that you actually want Popeyes.
no? I'm very serious. Jose just said it was the best food he had
Sure,
this week.
Clark.
Yeah, or
no
she's
problem,
gonna
man.
just pick
I
up
love
some.
you.
These nuts.
All right, goodbye. Good night. Okay, she hung up on me. Looks like I'm not getting that trip
I bet
to
she did.
Popeyes.
You're not getting the next time you ask for it either.
So, guys, the best food we had this week.
Bold move, Cotton.
It's like when you're little kids and you want to have a friend stay the night, but you can't ask because your mom will say no, and so you tell them to ask, and then they're not staying the next time. You just did that. Dan.
I'm
That's
shocked.
the grown man
I'm
version
shocked
of
that she was so angry about me getting Popeyes right now, saying I have a
No,
problem.
not at all.
Anyway, breaking news: I had a horrible cramp in my hamstring that caught me way off guard. So I apologize for that.
How do you cramp up sitting there doing a podcast?
You move your legs, and here's what I played basketball for like 3 hours today. It was pretty intense. The kids are out and away this weekend. My aunt picked them up, so shout out. We're kidless for the first time in our house since
Oh,
I don't
boy.
even know.
And you offered Popeyes,
Dude, we
That's no
eat.
wonder
When our
she's
kids
mad.
are gone, we eat and we binge watch. Okay, we don't have to do other actions. No, that's boring. We like to eat.
board games.
Correct. And so the best food we had this week was
Books.
Orion Sushi. Shout out to the spicy edamame, the spicy 2-in-1 roll, the volcano roll, and then this cool item they call monkey brains, which is an avocado that's fried and it had another ingredient with some spicy mayo, and it was delicious, you guys. So shout out to Orion Sushi. Go look up monkey brains on their menu. Bubble Boy, best food for you.
I went back to the goat, had some Chipotle. It was great. I was.
I got to interrupt.
not
I got to
thrilled
interrupt, Bubble Boy, right then and there. I had the chicken. I forgot I had that the other day. That was also the best food.
that-
I liked it, Chance. It was a little sweet, but paired with the queso. Did you pair yours with queso? It
No, I
was.
didn't.
I enjoyed it. I liked it, Chance.
It was already so saucy. I
Yeah,
can't imagine.
I like the new
the-
chicken, Bubble Boy. Okay, sorry.
But remember, you got to put it into context. I thought I was getting the old chicken, not the
Yeah.
basic chicken,
be
but
jarring.
that
I think you should
other,
try it,
like,
Jose.
just to die for. Yeah, it's probably a lot better than I gave it credit for. But I had to go back to the barbacoa because I just had to get back on my high horse with Chipotle, and it did not disappoint one bit. So
Dan, fun fact: what is the closest Jersey Mike's to us? I'm thinking about this Warlock, this Philly cheesesteak sandwich, and I have not had it.
What?
And I was asking
You know
Victoria.
what? I gotta disagree with Joe though.
You what?
The turkey and provolone and bacon is better than the cheesesteak.
I don't know.
Yes.
Have you, Chance? It's pretty dang good.
I've had both many times, and I'm never disappointed with the cheesesteak, but I am always afterwards like, Ashley, can I have like
Really?
a little bite?
Okay.
Yeah.
Jersey
Yeah.
Mike's,
Just
Jose, there's one on Union and 6th, basically. I forgot that there's one right there, right? You know where that that random scuba places right there. I think there's one there.
Yeah, but that's not that close to me
Well,
anymore, man.
okay,
That's
okay.
the problem. Like,
Here,
that's
listen, hear me out. That's not
That
that
scuba
far from you
store is
from Bear
still
Creek,
there.
Jose. Let's be
I'm
real.
not at Bear Creek, but it's the weekend.
Okay, then the closest one to you is off of Kipling and 470, basically down there. Yeah, down south by that.
You also have a phone, right?
Right there by what's that restaurant? Virgilio's, and yeah, right, just a little north of the Virgilios.
Yeah, I know what you're
It's
talking
not
about.
that far, Jose. Go get it. Guys, this has been Xbox Record This, episode 72. I had a great time. This was a great episode. My name is Daddy DWALLY. You can follow me at Daddy DWALLY across all social media. Please send us your top 5 video game trailers. Send us those top 5. I didn't get any top 5 sandwiches. Claire to Square. Send us your top 5 iPhone Pro Max UPS delivery experiences, and send us your top 5 Chipotle and sushi. Send us your best foods. We always want to talk about that. And Bubble Boy, assistant to the co-host, where can people find you?
The Ford dealership, trying to cop this new Bronco.
Bubble Boy's getting a new car every
What color are you
3
getting,
months.
Stormtrooper white.
Ooh,
with all the
white,
black
yeah,
accents,
white with
you know
white
it.
with black. I love the white, white on black, black rims, black tint. You got to do it. Chipotle Bear, assistant to the co-host. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Chipotle_Bear. You can find me on Instagram at Chipotle Bear. And this weekend, you can probably find me trying to cop that new iPhone 14 and upgrade my cable plan. We'll see what happens.
Speaking of, as always, you deep purple Apple iPhone 14 Pro simps, see you online.
See you online.
See you online.
See you online.
So, how do you two know each other? I met the doctor at a cockfight in Pomona. He's hooking me up with the lion. It comes tomorrow. Great. Plus, he brought over some crazy Zimbabwean weed that'll turn you into a deer. You know that lions eat deer, right? That's true, kid. Doctor, we gotta be careful.
Xbox Record This is a podcast created by Daniel Walenzik. You can follow him at Daddy DWALLY on all social media. The assistant to the co-host is Jose Martinez, and you can follow him at Chipotle_Bear on Twitter. The assistant to the co-host is Chance Siegel, and you can follow him at BubbleBoyN7. You can follow the show at Xbox Record This on all social media. If you'd like to find out more about the show, visit xboxrecordthis.com.